Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing a top 10 add-ons for Classic Flat. Now, I did do a video about this like 9 months ago, but again, that was 9 months ago, so a lot of new add-ons have been added, and honestly, some of the add-ons that I picked in it, I honestly wouldn't pick it, haven't returned, and they've been replaced by other add-ons that, in my opinion, are better. So, let's start off with number 10. And this one's just kind of general, kind of just like add-on type, and that is Lucky Blocks. Just pick whichever Lucky Block add-on is your favourite and add it on. Yeah, create anyway. This basically just gives you access to Lucky Blocks, and you might get some good out of them. It's not like majorly game changing. You're not gonna all depending on the Lucky Block. Like it might be one day there might be a super mega OP Lucky Block add-on. But the two Lucky Block add-ons that are currently out that I know of, at the top of my head, you're probably not going to be able to like, well, almost definitely not going to be able to get all of the different Lucky Blocks. But yeah, if a Lucky Block do spawn, like yeah. So yeah, just pick your favourite Lucky Block add-on and it should work. Also, this is not working. Your Lucky Block turns. But yeah, very simple Lucky Blocks. You can just sometimes get nice stuff out of them. On to the next add-on, which is a bit more useful than Lucky Blocks, but it takes more effort to get, well, a lot more effort, and that is farming pots. So farming pots is a very simple add-on. You can make these farming pots and they just generate like food or wood, like you can upgrade them, and you can craft them using like terracotta, clay, bricks, which you can get from like turning dirt into a mud blocker with a water bottle. And then you can dry it out with a dripstone that you can get from the Wandering Trader, and you get clay, so you can make these, and they're just good for just like automatically farm and stuff. And depending on what other add-ons that you have on, you can also just like get the upgrades. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute and to continue on with the next one. Next up is storage drawers. So this is a very useful add-on because it allows you to store a lot of items, a lot of one type of items in a single block. So yeah, it's just nice. You can't craft all the all the different types of drawers and the stuff from the get-go. You will have to. For some stuff, you will have to install other add-ons to be able to get some of these resources, like the drawer controller. You can't craft that. What's Steam? I've not messed around with that. Oh yeah, no, I have. You can't. So a lot of these you can't craft. Without the use of other add-ons. But even without other add-ons, you can still craft the basic wood ones. We're simply just getting a starter chest or trading with 1DT. And yeah, it's just useful to store a lot of one type of items like a lot of dirt if you're digging a lot of dirt or whatever. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next up is the Sky Biomes add-on, which, if you've seen my review of this, you may be a bit surprised because I gave it kind of a middling review. But, and on normal worlds, it's not super great because they don't spawn super high up, so when they do spawn, they just like spawn very close to the ground for the most part. But if I get a settings tool, so I can enable the spawning of them. There we go, and let's just max that out, just so I can show this off easier, otherwise it'll be a bit rare. So wait a minute for one of them to spawn in. Yeah, man. Oh, here we go, one spawned in. So you can see it is much higher up now on the regular flat world. It still does create a little shadow patch down there, which can be a bit annoying. But these just like give you access to a bunch of different blocks, some new like flowers and stuff, and some of these even have like stone in them, so it's a different way to get stone. Only problem is, as you can see, they are quite high up from the ground. They are really far away, which is cool. I do like that for this, but it does mean that you will need quite a lot of like dirt and stuff to put up here. But you can get some with like water and stuff like that. So you could just use the water to swim up if it's flown off the edge, but not all of them have that, so it's still like going to take a lot of resources to get up here. But if you want like more building blocks and stuff, then access to more building blocks, and this is a good add-on to add. Let's go on to the next one. Next up is the Alchemy add-on. Now this is very simple. It basically the upside is that it does allow you to convert one resource into another resource if you have enough, if they have enough essence. So like you could convert a bunch of dirt into an iron ingot or gold ingot if you need it, depending on what you need. But the main downside to this is that it does require the use of other add-ons to get some stuff like amethyst and diamonds, because it requires both of them to craft it. So it does have that downside. But if you are using using other add-ons that do make it possible to acquire those materials, then it is quite strong, quite good, because you can just, like I said, you can just convert one thing into another thing if you have enough for that thing. So it like I said, you can just it can allow you to like get rid of like raw and flesh that you have just sitting around. You can convert to that into like diamonds or leather or whatever you need. But yeah, it's simple, not much to talk about, to show off, but it is a cool add-on, and I use it a lot in my regular survival world, add-on survival world. So it's just like makes sense that it would also be quite strong here if you have other add-ons to make it possible to get. But yeah, on to the next one. Lost my mouse. On to the next one. Next up is spawners. So this one's a little bit more complicated, because again, you do need other add-ons to make it possible to use this, but it's there's just like one other add-on just to be able to like get cobblestone to make a furnace, because you need that glass to make the cores, which you can make a dirt core, and you need and then there's just dirt around the dirt core to make a dirt spawn, and you need a capture case to capture the mob you want. And this basically makes it so that you don't have to like build like the massive waterless mob farms that you would normally have to build. You can just build a smaller version and for it to be just as effective. And you don't really need like creepers and stuff, and if you do want creepers or skeletons, you can just go out at night with a second capture case and to get some more. But there is a little bit of a tech tree here, so I've got it noted down here. It will allow you mob farms but you can get sand and emeralds and buckets of fish from the wandering traders. So that's all vanilla. And you can get a lava bucket and sand as well from the Wandering Tinkerer, from the Tinker's Construct add-on. The lava bucket, so you can make a lava gen to cook the sand, to get cobblestone, so you can cook sand into glass in a furnace. So it's not something you're going to be doing like at the beginning game, but it's not super difficult to get emeralds from a wandering trader, because you can just like you can sell them, like if you're lucky enough to get potatoes in your starter chest, you can sell them baked potatoes, which can be gotten with like a campfire if you can find a way to get charcoal. Actually, yeah, that might be a bit difficult to actually get baked potatoes without, say, cobblestone gen. But you can also easily just like get wheat seeds by bone mealing the ground and the breaking grass to get seeds and get wheat, and you can sell the wandering traders hay bales. You can also sell them glass bottles, but you need to get a whole furnace and stuff like that to get that. So yeah, and you can also get villagers from like killing zombie villagers, but that's way more difficult than just growing a bunch of wheat and then waiting for a wandering trader to spawn that buys hay bales. But yeah, moving on to the next add-on. Next up is the Uncrafter Plus. So again, this one you will need a way to get cobblestone. So that's either like getting a bucket of lava from the Wandering Tinkerer, or getting lucky with one of the Sky Islands having stone that you can mine. But this is quite useful. So if you have like a zombie farm and then you drop, say, an iron chest plate or gold chest plate that you don't want or need, you can stick it into one of these to get it back. But the other problem is that you do need like 8 iron to uncraft iron stuff, and so I think you need an iron one to uncraft. Oh wait, no, it says here, it says stone. So you have the stone uncrafter, you can uncraft like basic stuff like stone tools and stuff, and then the iron one you can uncraft iron stuff, and then diamonds you uncraft diamond stuff, and that way you uncraft like really advanced stuff. Which none of this is super difficult to get if you, the diamond and netherite one will be super difficult to get, but even if you have all add-ons. But iron is pretty simple, it's just like killing a lot of zombies to get iron ingots. But the stone one is quite simple. Hold on, I want to get the iron uncrafted real quick. Iron. So we have the iron uncrafter here. Can you uncraft gold stuff with this? Because if you can, then it's even better than I thought it was, because gold. So let's just say you got gold booties from killing a zombie in your mob farm. Now you need diamond uncrafter, so that is a little bit disappointing, because gold boots. If you did that, then you get gold ingots, which is really difficult to get gold ingots because in the flat, because you have to like farm a bunch of pigs and then have them get struck by lightning. So yeah, But you can uncraft like iron stuff and stuff like that, so it is still useful. You're just gonna have to download another add-on that allows you to get diamonds, and I'll go over that one of those add-ons later on in this video. But yeah, moving on to the next add-on. Next up is the Essentials add-on, and here's the features of the Essentials add-on that I feel like are really useful in a flat world. Tricapitator, it speeds up wood harvesting, especially in the early game, which is really useful. Crop replanting, that basically speeds up farming. You've got the portable crafting table, that's always nice, and as well as death waypoints are always nice. Now there is the satchel, which is 5 bundles, 3 string, and an Eye of Ender, which the only sticking point there is the Eye of Ender, because you can't, without the use of other add-ons, you can't go to the end. But it also has lava reflows, which would be useful to get an unlimited amount of lava in the overworld. So it does have its useful. It is useful if you can get the lava, but you can do that in Tinker's Construct. But yeah, pretty useful. Useful in my opinion. Now we're going on to the second best add-on for Classic. The second best add-on is Feed the Bees add-on. Now, this is there is a reason why this is the second best add-on. It just gives you access to so many different items that you just would not have available without it. And most of these bees can either be bred or just acquired without the material itself. Now, you're supposed to start off with a bee crate, but it didn't give me it this time for some reason. Yeah. Or maybe it just dropped it at my feet and it's gone down here. Oh yeah, here it is. It just drops at your feet. So if you don't have any inventory, that's why it's probably at your feet. The only thing that's keeping this from being the #1 add-on for Classic Flat is the fact that you can't get cobblestone with it without the use of other add-ons. Some of these bee products need smelting before into their material. Like I know off the top of my head, I know diamonds. You craft the diamond honeycomb and you get like this. Hold on, if I look it up here, diamond. So yeah, you craft diamond honeycomb and you get raw diamond, and you need to smelt that raw diamond into diamonds in a furnace. So because there's no way you're getting cobblestone. Other downside is that you do get this book, which is nice, but it doesn't give you it doesn't give you the Beepedia, which requires 1 honeycomb and 1 book, which normally isn't bad, but for the book you need paper, and for paper you need sugarcane, and I think you can get that from the Wandering Trader. I'm not 100% sure on that. So you might not even be able to get that, so you might have to, so it would be a bit difficult to look up what bee you need. So you might, if you have cheese activated, you might just want to do give at Beepedia just so you can use this to look up what bee you want. So say you wanted the cobble bee. So cobblestone bee, you need water bee and magma bee. Okay, for what do I need for magma bee? For magma bee, you need red sand bee cooked in a furnace. So you need to get a furnace and a red sand bee. So yeah, this is really useful. I would recommend just giving it to yourself if there's no easy way to get sugarcane. I mean, I can double check real quick if you can get sugarcane from the Wandering Trader. Minecraft. So let's see, this is not Wandering Trader, this is the Wandering Trader. Ah yes, you can get sugarcane from the Wandering Trader for 1 emerald. So you don't need to give yourself it, but I wouldn't blame you for doing so if you just didn't want to wait for a Wandering Trader to spawn with the sugarcane trade. But once you get 1 sugarcane, you can pretty easily just farm a bunch of it using bone meal. But you do need water. But if you want to do that, you do need water, which you can find some water in these floating islands. So you could use one of them. But yeah, you could also just get free paper, craft a book, and then craft a Beepedia. And it's easy to get the honeycomb. You just grow a tree near a flower until you get a beehive, and then you just you're probably gonna have to tank the damage and just when the bees attack you, or just run away real quick, or just have some sort of preparation for that. But yeah, other than that, it's not super difficult. But yeah, let's move on to... Hold on, actually. Yeah, no. So before we move on to the best add-on for Classic Flat, let's talk about some honorable mentions. So these basically work but don't do much. So death animations and mob heads, yes, they work, but they're not really going to help you much. Advanced movements, that obviously they'll work, chickens plus, buddies, train add-ons, stuff like that. And an add-on that I just thought of, the carry more add-on might be decent. I've not looked into that to see if it's usable here, but you can get slime quite easily. But you could use that to move the beehives if you need that, so that might be a good so that to go in honorable mentions as well. But yeah, let's move on to the number 1 best add-on for the Classic Flat worlds. And you can probably already guess this from watching the video, but yeah, it's Tinker's Construct. Now, so you may be like, but then Nintendo Switch worked. Most of the ores, you can't really get the ores in Tinker's Construct because there's no stone for them to spawn in or anything. But with the Wandering Trader now being able to trade stuff for emeralds, so you can get emeralds from him, so you don't have to do the whole getting a zombie villager, curing it, and doing all that whole rigmarole to get emeralds. You can now a lot more easily get a lava bucket, which will let you get cobblestone and everything cobblestone can craft, which is a major is just majorly helpful. And yeah, it's just super helpful to just be able to get lava, and get cobblestone. For cobblestone gen, you do need a water bucket, but like I said, you can get a bucket of fish from the Wandering Trader, so that's your water bucket there. So it just makes getting cobblestone super easy and renewable, and it also lets you craft everything that cobblestone can craft. So you can craft pistons, you can craft furnaces, you can craft dispensers, droppers, repeaters and stuff. It opens so much stuff for you to be able to do in your flat world. And that's why it is my number 1 pick, because cobblestone just opens so many possibilities for a flat world. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you do you agree with my list? Do you think that any should be swapped around? Is there any more honourable mentions that you'd like to mention that you think would be good for flat world? or is there any add-ons that you think I missed that would potentially be good for a flat survival world? Again, I think Carry More, I should probably look into that a little bit more. I don't know if it would have made the top 10, but it definitely would have made an honourable mention if you could just use it to move beehives and stuff. Well, I can look into that now real quick, because I think I have it downloaded. But, yeah. I feel like this is a pretty comprehensive list of, you know, add-ons that are good for super flat. There it is, Carry More. Add pack anyway. Late. Now I do also plan to do a video for the different flat presets, because I think each one with their different stuff will have their own like unique challenges and stuff, and different add-ons will work better and worse on different presets. So let's take a look here. How do you craft this stuff? So slime ball. Okay, you can craft that one quite. Oh wait, no. So that's no. Yeah, so that's how. Yeah, so you need kelp. Can you get kelp from 1DT? I'm willing to bet that you can get kelp from 1DT. Yes, you can get kelp from 1DT for 3 emeralds. So this is this is usable, but it's not super useful in my opinion, because yeah, you can get pretty much all of this from 1DT and just from like killing stuff. So yeah, it is useful and usable, but I don't think it's super useful because there's not much for you to like use to move. Like again, you can use it on beehives if you don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of getting villagers to trade you silk touch mending, silk touch enchanted books. But yeah, if you so there's a couple of things I want to say before I end this video. Firstly, thank you to my channel member, the super fan Phoenix, for being a super fan. And if you'd like to get a shout out and other perks at the end, shout out at the end of videos and other perks, definitely consider becoming a channel member, and you also get access to exclusive content and access to members only Discord channels in the Discord chats, and I'll also be doing like polls and stuff for like, I've done this, is there any, what would you like to see me do, this or this or this as member exclusive content, or is there any videos you'd like to see as member exclusive content that wouldn't normally fit into my usual channel stuff, like, if you'd want to see like videos of Lily and stuff or whatever. But yeah, hope you guys all did enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and bye bye.